What up, Chipper Chaps? This is Chap Chat, episode 119. I am FooRay,
I am Chamba.
and we are the Chipper Chaps.
We are.
Let's talk about some stuff, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a month. It's been a month.
It's been like 1,000 years. It feels like
It feels like a long time.
we really need to up our game on the.
Well, I mean, I have been
podcaster miles.
For a fortnight. I was gone. I was overseas.
I thought about recording like a random one-off thing just to post on there.
You honestly, I feel free to do that.
Yeah.
I think so. I think we should do little things and just upload it onto the channel. Like you were suggesting earlier, it's like, dude, when you get these new action figures, why don't you just record?
Yeah, pop a review.
Like, do like a silly little review. Doesn't have to be important. Just talk about the figure and shit. Yeah, I may, but I'm like, yeah.
It's like an effort, man.
It is. That's the problem. I gotta set up gotta move my desk, put the camera there, have decent lighting. It would. I'll do a test one. I'll see if I can be bothered to do a test one.
Survey to me says probably not.
Yeah, it's looking very low. But
do you remember how long it took us to do the little animation things that we did, like the little dance crap that we did?
Oh, the animated GIFs?
Yeah.
I don't remember why.
I feel like it didn't take very long, right?
No, not at all. Should we do new ones?
I want to do another one, but I can't remember. I can't remember how long it took and how much I care.
I don't know if I care.
Yeah. Wait,
did we use Photoshop for that, though?
Shit, did we?
I think
we
so,
did, because I couldn't figure out how to animate and
Yeah, right. Oh, no. Yeah, I think we did. I don't think I've animated using Clip before.
I know it has an animation.
It does. I just
don't know how to use it yet.
This is probably the worst time to look for it as well, but it kind of flows well with what we're talking about. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you can export animation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's got export animation.
Where?
File.
Ah.
None of those features are available though, so I'm not sure how it works.
Animated sticker.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, anyway, whatever. I'm sure there's a tutorial on YouTube. This is an odd way to start the episode.
Yeah, I bet you have to have like EX first or something.
Probably. They'll probably make you pay for that.
Yeah.
But it's been about a month. What's been new other than...
Dude, so many things, but they're all like random life things that nobody's going to care about. Like roommates.
But shouldn't this be an avenue for that also?
No.
Nobody wants to hear about it. So nothing personal at all. Not even personal. It's like...
It's not even necessarily personal. It's just
not even personal. It's just
life stuff. They don't need to
know that. Yeah, I suppose if it's not interesting, it doesn't matter.
I went to the comic store today.
Cool. Did you buy anything?
I did, but I haven't read any of it yet. I got the Otley #1 Spidey.
Oh, I'm jealous. I want to pick that one up.
I got 1 through 4 of the new Avengers run.
Who's that by?
I know it's McGinnis doing the artwork.
I should probably pick that up.
I don't know who's writing it though.
A trade or floppies?
No, first 4 floppies.
Oh, okay.
And I got Skyward 3. I really like that book. I think you'd like it too.
I don't know what that is.
It's about a girl who, when she was a kid, the Earth suddenly, the gravity stopped working and everybody started to like float off into the sky, and her mom was lost to that.
Oh no, that sucks. So she kind of just floated away.
Yeah, and her dad gets all like PTSD from it and like is traumatized by it.
So how are they just all floating now, or are they like they
like
invented
people
like
tethered
devices
and stuff? Like
that's such a bizarre concept, dude.
The world has like adjusted to it because they flash forward after that, so she's like 20 instead of a little kid.
Oh, crazy!
and she's like a delivery person for like a package delivery
Sweet.
service, but no, you know, without gravity.
Right.
So she has to do things like, you know, like kick off the walls, and she'll like go flying through the city, or like people can't use guns because if it's so the force will like launch you into space.
Oh wow. That's a
Like
trippy. That's a trippy
there's lots of really
concept.
interesting stuff. And apparently, it just got sold to be turned into a movie.
Cool. That sounds
But the
interesting.
art style for the book is kind of cool. It's like sort of scratchy, like some of like older Scotty Young stuff.
All right.
It's sort of that kind of exaggerated
All
anatomy, but
right.
it's not him; it's somebody else doing it.
That's
Um,
interesting. That's a very interesting concept.
yeah, I like it so far. I've only read the first two issues, but I picked up the third one
All
today,
right.
so I'll
So let
check
me know
that
how
out.
that goes. Is that it? Is that
I
all you picked
also
up?
got six the full 6 issues of a Man of Steel miniseries. I don't read Superman stories, but it's Bendis was writing it, and it's a different artist for each issue.
Whoa, random.
And issue 5 is Adam Hughes. So I was like,
Whoa, all right. Dang.
I
Yeah.
definitely want that one,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
might as well read the rest.
Is
And
it
I like
all one
Bendis.
story?
From what I 6 issue arc.
Hmm.
Did my audio get all weird for a
Yeah, you
second? Because you
froze.
froze on my screen.
You froze.
Um, anyway, it's a 6 issue arc. I think it's all one story, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, that's interesting. I've never heard of this.
I got 2 other Superman issues that I literally don't know what they even are. Like the guy that worked at the comic shop when he signed me up for the box, he he put them on there, and I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever, and I agreed to it, but I didn't know what they were. Also, a couple issues. I got issue 800 of the Amazing Spider-Man and issue 801 of the Amazing Spider-Man, which I think has some Ramos stuff in it and a couple other people, and it looks really cool. But it has some of the Spider Carnage shit. Or not Spider Carnage. It has some of the Carnage Goblin or whatever that Red
What? That's a
Goblin.
thing?
Yeah, there's this new arc right now. Again, I haven't read it, so I don't know. Everybody's been raving about it, but I don't know any of the details except for Norman got the Carnage symbiote, so he's like a red version of Goblin, where he's like got Carnage's powers, but he's still like flying around on a glider and shit.
Okay, fine,
Uh,
whatever. Let me know how that goes.
yeah, it looks cool, but
Sure. I mean, it's
and
Ramos, so
I've
you
heard
know.
very good from people that like he's a good character, but I haven't checked it out yet.
Interesting.
I'm excited about the Otley one.
Yeah, I hear good
Like,
things about it so far. I mean, it's only one issue so far, but
right,
people.
but seeing Otley's Spider-Man book makes me feel like I should do a Spider-Man book.
Right.
Like it shows me that it is possible, and like granted, Otley is a beast, no
Yes.
question.
Absolutely. One of the powerful beasts these days.
Right, but I feel like style wise, he's
Yes.
one of the guys that's closer to what we do, so
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
makes it
I feel
all
you there
feel like
too.
tangible.
And honestly, like looking at, I haven't picked up the book yet, but I'm like looking at what he does for it, anyways, based on panels and some of the pages. I'm like, he was made for
Mm-hmm.
this. Like
Yeah, it was good.
Invincible, that was match made in heaven, no doubt. But if there was a mainstream title that he was to work on,
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man is it.
If I'm being completely honest with you, my one gripe with it, and it's always been kind of a gripe with Otley, and it's just my
Sure.
thing. Not everybody's going to agree. He's not my favorite for drawing females' faces.
I can kind of
So
see that. I can
so it's
kind of
not
see
my
that.
favorite version of Mary Jane I've ever seen.
Right.
I never really liked how he drew Adam Eve's face either. Like just like it was one of the few things where when Corey Walker would
Oh,
take over a book,
yeah,
I
yeah.
get really excited because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved how he drew females
Corey
over Otley.
Walker, though, he's another beast of
But
another kind.
he's another
Yeah.
one though that if they randomly put him on Spider-Man, I'm getting whatever it
Oh,
is.
dude. Yeah, yeah.
I would love it.
Dude, I'd read an
Uh,
X-Men book if it was.
oh, also I don't know why, because I was only flipping through it, but there's a splash page in the Otley Spider-Man where there's like a big battle taking place, and it's like 90s versions of like the X-Men, like it's old school Gambit, and like, but I don't know why. I don't know if it's like a flashback story or
Sure.
something, but it's like older Cap. He draws like a sick version of the Thing, and like some like a whole bunch of
See,
random
that's why it's
characters.
almost perfect because now that he's working within the Marvel pool, whatever
Right.
characters feature in that book,
Mhm.
you get to see his version of it.
Right, which is cool because
Yeah,
it's it's like
absolutely.
it's like it's like Kenny Omega showing up on WWE.
That
You're
would,
like,
yeah, it'd be
whatever it
like, what is
is, it's
this?
cool to see because
Yeah,
no matter who he fights, it's a dream match.
exactly, exactly.
Uh,
Okay, that's
so
interesting.
it
That sounds
is
like you
cool to
you
see.
picked up a bunch of solid stuff. Let me know how they go.
I hope they're good. I haven't read.
Yeah.
I legitimately haven't read some like really read comics in a while. I also picked up. I should guess I should shout this too. I got donated to a homie's Kickstarter, and I got his book, White Ash.
White
I guess
Ash.
they won't be able to see it on thing
They
when I'm
won't.
doing video. But I got the first two issues of that. Looks pretty good.
Hey, that looks nice.
Yeah, that's his
I
stuff.
like that style, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of pulpy. Like
Yeah.
he's a big Cory Walker fan,
Okay,
so
I could see that. It's
he's
got
got
this
little
like old
elements
school
of it.
Archie vibe too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I dig that.
But it looks really cool. I'm looking forward to checking out
Is it
more of that.
self-published?
Yeah, they do. They actually have a really interesting model too.
What's the model like?
They do each issue through Kickstarter. So each so once an issue is done, they wait till the issue is done, then they launch the Kickstarter just to pay for the printing and shipping
Whoa.
everything.
Okay.
And then everybody gets their stuff. They start working on the next issue. Once that's done, they launch the Kickstarter
I
and next
kind
issue
of
comes
like
out.
that.
It is kind of cool.
We
Like,
should try that.
yeah, but I just I don't know what I would do it with
The
necessarily. Maybe if we
wrestling.
did the wrestling thing, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it would be because they do little stuff like
It's such an interesting thing
this
because
one
that
came
means
with like
like you
little
kind of
fake
know that's
like
that's
Valentine's
awesome.
cards, which we could easily do stuff
Oh,
like that.
that's too
It
easy.
came with a limited edition print that they just numbered and signed.
I don't even know
Uh,
what that is. I couldn't tell
it's
what that
a
is.
it's a dragon.
Okay, you held it upside down. I couldn't see it from upside
Yeah.
down. I was like,
Uh, Came with another like thank you card type thing.
that's nice. I like that style, dude.
Yeah, he's good. He's a guy that I found through Twitch. I
I
think
think
I've
you
seen
might
his
have.
stuff.
Yeah, you might have.
But yeah, cool. It's a cool thing. I haven't read it yet again,
I
but
dig
it
that. I
it's
dig
neat.
that. That way of getting in. Although it seems so risky because you need a certain fan base who would be interested.
For sure. But I think it's also if you're it's not a lot of risk if you're completing it first and you're
Oh,
only
absolutely.
doing the cost of because they factor in what it costs to pay the guy that's drawing it
Sure.
and I assume the writer gets paid off it as
Sure, sure,
well,
sure.
and then to print it and ship everything out. And
That's just
I'm
so
sure
much
part of it is
work,
like they
man.
do all the the
Like,
cards and crap
I'd be
too. So
curious to find, like, to know a little bit more detail about the ins and outs of it because,
well, he said if we have any questions, let him know. So I'll definitely hit him up and ask him some more
for sure.
deets.
Because, like, the whole, because obviously, like, creating it without any
Hmm.
funding is always a tricky thing.
Right.
But, if it's an issue, it's about a month's work,
Hmm.
you know?
Exactly.
Uh, the whole logistics of printing it and getting it out there is another thing. I mean, I wouldn't print it out here
Right.
because then I'd have to ship over from out here. Nah, not happening.
And I'd also be very curious to ask them like what they're like who they go through for that kind of
Absolutely.
stuff
Like
too.
if they're willing to share that kind of information,
Right.
that'd be neat just to see how that setup would work and
Right. Right.
if it
Try
could,
their model
yeah, and just to see if it could work. I mean, at the end of the day, because at that point, just want to get the story out, really.
for sure. For
You know,
sure. I also don't want to jinx it, but I super duper want to make a game.
you want to make a game?
I do, but I want to make like a Final Fight type
Oh,
beat 'em up
that's
game.
always been a goal.
Yeah, like
Yeah, dude. Every time I see a new video game that's coming out, like I'm
Mhm.
thinking it doesn't even have to be amazing looking
But
because
but why
no,
not?
no,
Like, that's the thing. I keep looking at. I'm like, why can't these be
no.
like
It could.
nicely drawn,
Well,
like
what I mean is the
super
drawing
realistic?
itself, the images itself could
Hmm.
look really, really cool. The designs could be really cool. But
Right.
I'm an old school, I'm a 90s video game guy. So movement and such doesn't need to be
Hmm.
super smooth.
Basic. Yeah.
It could be very simple. A couple of
Mhm.
frames, because it's the Final Fight model.
That's why I
Do
wanna
you know what I
look
mean?
at the old
Yeah,
sprites
yeah.
and
And
kind of
just,
animate
yes,
it in that style, but with like
exactly.
HD artwork.
Exactly. And like do speed movements, like do speed lines to
Yeah,
actually
man.
like the in between stuff so that it looks like it's moving quicker than it actually is and such.
Yeah.
There's so
I,
much
like
that I would love to try for that, but I'm like, that's a whole
so
nother
yeah.
thing. That's a whole nother.
That's the thing that I would very much like to do, and I kind of want to do it with. I mean, because I haven't posted any of it,
Hmm.
I think I want to kind of deal with that. All those characters I've been
Yeah,
designing,
that could
not
be
the
fun.
spider stuff, but the fighting game thing I was telling you
That
about.
could be fun.
So I was like, doing that as a beat 'em up would be really like
Dude,
really cool.
I think I'm a beat 'em up. Like that's the kind of genre that I enjoyed the most.
Right.
But where
I
do you
think it would be
begin?
so sick, dude. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that too much because I really want to do it as a
You
thing.
don't
I've
want to
been talking
jinx
to
it.
Charles because he's programs or whatever
Who?
too. Charles.
Oh yeah, yeah, right, right.
Yeah, so I was like, man, this would be such a fun thing. Like, it was like Jeff or Gabe, me and Jeff can play when he comes here and
Ah,
play some old school style beat 'em ups.
that's
I
all
was
I
like, I've
do.
been doing all these like the animation like panel things.
Just
Like this,
backgrounds would
all
be
you
a
gotta
pain
do
in the
is
ass, though.
yeah, it's this, but really you're just painting a really
Oh yeah,
long background.
it really is, and it's an elaborate one. Like you see the ones like in Mega Man, how
Right,
it
right,
goes like up and down like tunnels and such. You don't. All
right.
those areas are blocked off because they're not even seen. All
I
you're
feel
seeing is
like
the path that they're taking.
I gotta look at those the like level mapping thing
Yep,
for
yep.
like Final Fight and stuff
Yes,
and see what
exactly.
theirs looks
Because
like because I feel
essentially,
like it's a
all
bit more
you want to
linear.
make Final Fight. You want to make an up-to-date Final Fight. Essentially, Streets of Rage, Final Fight, AVP, those kinds of
Right.
games.
That type of a game.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's I. If I could just play those kinds of games now, I would. But nothing's coming out like that.
Like there's no people sleeping on like Double Dragon franchise and stuff like that. We need something new. Anywho, let's get into all the stuff we came here
Yeah,
to
we've got a
talk about.
couple of things to talk about that we've missed out on. The first thing, should it be the first thing that we talk about?
No reason for it not to
Yeah,
be,
all
I
right.
suppose.
So Netflix. Netflix is, they get a lot of cartoons these days, a lot of shows, reboots and such. They've got the Voltron that's a hit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is the upcoming Thundercats going to be Netflix? I don't even know anymore. Or is that just like Cartoon
No,
Network?
I think that one's Cartoon
Okay,
Network.
Cartoon Network. But anyway, soon,
That's Thundercats Go, right?
Roar.
Thundercats Roar.
Roar. Yeah, people are hating that.
I.
It's not for us. It's definitely,
Yeah,
we're
I'll
not the
reserve-
audience. We
I'll
are
reserve
definitely
no
not the
comments
audience.
on it.
Yeah, we are not the audience there.
Yeah.
I think if I was to watch that, it'd probably be a funny, like a comedy. It looks comedy.
It does.
I bloody hope it's comedy based on the designs.
Yeah,
that's not what we're
I
talking
also
about.
saw that they seem to be like, but the action will be cool or high
Yeah.
energy or something.
You know what's cool? When the action is cool, but the designs are cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
they tried that once.
they
That
did,
show
and
didn't
it
stick
was
around.
it didn't do well.
And I
But
also
anyway,
don't think those designs were all that cool.
the designs were fine.
They were fine. They were fine.
But this, what we're talking about now, is
It is a
Netflix.
Cartoon Network, by the way, though.
Okay, it's Cartoon Network. Netflix is rebooting the She-Ra cartoon.
But not He-Man.
Not He-Man. She-Ra.
Just
I think
She-Ra.
just She-Ra. So, because
It'd be
She-Ra had her
great
own
if
universe.
He-Man, if they had a version of He-Man that shows up just as like a guest spot, would be neat.
That would be cool. And I'd like to see what that design would look like if it would fit into this world. But,
Right.
so, there's images that surfaced through Entertainment Weekly
Was there more than one?
Oh, there's been a slew now.
Oh, I only saw the like design reveal.
Oh no, there's actually a slew now. That's why
Oh,
I asked you
okay.
if you'd seen it. Let me see if I can pull those up. But while I'm looking for it, I will talk about, because you don't frequent Twitter, thankfully, I guess.
Not really. I mean, only I did this weekend because of the wrestling thing, but
Right, right.
that was a rare, a rare occasion.
Well, because Twitter has been bombarded with just a toxic atmosphere
Uh-huh.
regarding the designs of
I'm surprised people are hating on the She-Ra
dude.
one.
It's not. It's specifically men.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because a lot of the comments,
What?
a lot of the comments are the She-Ra's design. She looks too fluid.
Fluid?
Yeah,
What a
gender
weird
fluid. She
complaint.
looks what's
Gender
with, yeah,
fluid? What the
yeah,
fuck?
dude. That's exactly it. What's with the shorts? What's with the muscles? They don't like
She's
her
a
breastplate.
barbarian woman.
Thank you. A lot of people are kind of seeing it the way we see it, where it's like, oh,
Yeah, that's so confusing.
that's a cool design.
I'm not
Yeah,
even. Okay, you said you sent
I'm gonna
the.
send you one right now. I'm gonna send you one right now.
I'm
This
also
is the
not seeing the first image I saw.
you probably. I think the one that I'm going to send you is one that you might have seen already, but probably like a better version, a better quality.
Okay.
But there's actually been a couple more. Let me load this one up first. I'll send this to you first. But yeah, people are complaining about the designs because, by people, it's mainly been men.
That's real bizarre.
Yeah. They even showed what she looks like when she's not in her She-Ra outfit.
Right. I saw the like she's got a jacket with little slices on the
Yeah,
sleeves or something.
I like that too.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Jim a little bit, but that style, like Babs's style,
Mm-hmm.
like a animated version of that. Who's the cat girl?
I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the She-Ra franchise.
Yeah. Okay, but none of these are the one I saw either. Like it kind of looked like that top one, but you could see her boots and her face was like straight on.
Oh, okay. There might have been stuff that have been surfacing online because a lot of the artists that worked on it
Uh-huh.
have also been posting images on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's the one I saw.
But I like the boots.
Yeah, I like this.
I like the
image, which
look.
is-
I don't
was
know. I
oh,
like the
yeah,
look.
I'll be a fan of that.
Yeah, that's the one too. Like that looks cool, man.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm doing a fan art of that shit. That
Yeah,
looks
that looks
tight.
cool. But even the other ones that I'd shown you, they look cool.
Yeah.
So I've got no problem. Like personally, I got no problem. I think it looks great. I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of want to draw this.
Right. I don't know if I'll watch it, but it
Yes,
looks
that's a different
neat.
thing. It's on Netflix, but even saying that it's on Netflix,
It's not meant for me, so
it really isn't. It's not meant for us. That's what I was saying as well. Like with all this toxic atmosphere on Twitter regarding the designs, they're just like a lot of it's from men, and I'm like, I don't think it, dude. Like it's not made for you guys.
I don't remember what the old version of She-Ra looked like when she wasn't in costume.
I can show you.
I would like to see it.
She has like just a weird outfit too. She's where is it? I type in She-Ra.
Also, it's weird that there's like an old lady version of Orko on that show. I don't remember that either.
There is a lot of things from back in the day that I don't really recall from these shows. Classic. Dang. Wow, why is it
I
so
wonder
hard to
if
find
the
this
show will
image?
be like animated well. At
Right,
least.
that's the thing. Like, as cool as these images look, or as fine as we are with the designs, look at this image. This one is actually from one of the, I think from one of the animators, or was it the character designer? I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's rad.
Where did it?
I'm trying to find her classic outfit that when she's not in her super form.
Yeah, it's tough.
I can't find it, but it's, yeah, her regular outfit's not.
Because I was looking at the one with her with the slices on the sleeves again,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of reminds me of Adam's outfit from He-Man.
Right, the colors. That's what I thought too. Prince
Like
Adams.
a girl version of it. Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be cousins or something, right?
Right.
But yeah, that's the. I was like, that's cool.
Who did that one?
Which one? The last one that I sent you?
Yeah.
I think it was the character designer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks like a very different style than the.
Oh, that's not what it looks like in the show. That's just
for
her.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I was like,
cool.
that looks cool.
Yeah.
The design looks great. Yeah. But yeah, people are just it's not being received very well online.
Love hating, cuz they love hating.
It's so, and honestly, like I was never a frequent user of Twitter, but recently I just go to browse artwork and I'm like, I don't like Twitter. I was telling you this already before.
Right.
Twitter is awful. Because people go on there to complain and that's all they do.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes about nothing. Most of the time it's about nothing.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, there's an avenue for me to vent, and I'm gonna vent, and then I'm gonna argue with people.
There, I suppose.
And I'm gonna argue with people who disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, no, I don't know.
The debate forum now.
It is, but that's the new Shiro.
But anyway, it looks cool to me.
Yes, it does. Again, we might not watch it.
Right.
There's a lot of things on Netflix that are already there that I have not watched yet because it's
just so many things in general.
That's yes, absolutely, 100%.
There's so much content now; it's impossible.
There's so much, and what's crazy
there's
is like
things I literally want to watch that I still haven't, just because there's too much content.
And I can't play those things I want to watch in the background while I'm working because I won't be able to pay attention to it.
Yeah, I want to actually see them.
So it's almost like it almost makes more sense to play stuff that you are familiar with, and you're like, oh. But yeah, there's all right. That was those are new images from like Entertainment Weekly. Entertainment Weekly also uploaded recently a bunch of images from upcoming films.
For example,
Venom.
Okay.
We got
you want to talk about that first out of the ones that are here? Which one do you want to talk about first?
Well, there's 3.
Shazam first, then.
All right, let's talk about Shazam.
Okay, so there's pictures of him hanging out with a kid.
Yep, I think it's his buddy. It's probably safe to assume it's his buddy.
And one of them is the first official full body shot of him
where
drinking.
Both of them are outside of like a convenience store.
Brand cola.
Just drinking a box, like from a box.
Yeah.
Drinking a can of cola.
Yeah.
That's what we were just saying earlier. It's like it'd be great.
So we were talking about it before.
Yeah.
They have newly changed boots.
Yeah.
From the set photos. And the set photos, he has like full boots.
Full boots.
And in this EW shoot, they're like Greek sandals, kind of, like metal version.
Like they look like boots, kind of, but not what he was wearing on set.
They look like straps, like the old school, like Greek gods kind of thing, which makes sense for him.
Yep, absolutely.
But it's different than the pictures we saw of him doing things on set. So are they going to CGI new boots?
You know they're gonna. I mean,
it's so bizarre.
It's not new for studios to CG entire things.
It's so sad, but
there's already precedent for it.
Right, exactly. least boots like are easier to get away with than a facial thing, you
Sure,
know?
because it's not always gonna be
Yeah.
on in the shot.
Yeah, he won't be full body every
No,
scene he's
it's
in.
just different when it's a mouth.
It really is. It really is. Um,
But yeah, there was another one where it was that kid also like touching his chest that's lighting
right.
up.
Which we were saying before, like we're not sure if it's going to be a thing where we see the
Mm,
Shazam family in the movie or what. I mean, at least in Shazam
right,
family
sure.
form. Like, I'd like to see a Mary Marvel show up. That would be neat, but I don't know that we're going to see that
It
anytime
would be
soon.
interesting if they've
I
already
gotta post
actually.
that sketch. Damn it! I keep
Yeah, you
forgetting I
should.
even
You've
did.
you've got you've got a ton of sketches which you haven't posted yet.
I really do.
But it'd be neat if they actually did film, like even if it was like almost cameo shots of what the Shazam family, the Marvel family as they
Right,
were
right.
called, would look like.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they weren't like in the. I don't even know who the villain is of this movie.
I know it's Mark Strong, but I don't know what the
Right.
character's name is.
Weird. Yeah, there's more also photos from the Aquaman. EW
Okay.
posted photos of Aquaman. Then there's
Yeah, I
like,
saw the Atlanteans, I guess
mm-hmm,
they are version where there's like mer people and
mer
shit.
people.
It gave me a sort of underwater Green Lantern vibe for when he's on Genosha or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Genoa.
they're supposed to be underwater, right?
I don't know if they are in all of the shots. Like
Okay.
there's a shot where James Wan is on set and he's like talking to Jason Momoa and Mara,
Mm-hmm.
and it like the lighting of the set makes it look like they're supposed to be underwater,
Right.
but there's nothing going on in that shot
Right.
necessarily to indicate that that's happening unless they like CGI their wiggly hair
Because
after the fact.
I'm mainly looking at like right now. I'm looking at the photo of the mer people from
Okay.
the EW one, first
Right, right.
exclusive first look.
Uh,
And if they're supposed to be underwater, maybe the water is like super clear, probably. Because it doesn't look
right.
like they're floating.
Right. I'm sure. I mean, it is
They'll
from an
probably add
EW
bubbles.
shot,
Yeah,
so I'm sure that will look different.
surely.
But it is sort of bizarre looking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that one comes out later this year, so I'm
Yep.
still kind of guessing. Like we're supposed to get like an actual teaser or a trailer or something from Comic
Comic
Con.
Con, right?
Yeah, so we'll see it in motion sometime soon. And it's
Cool.
weird too because we've seen Aquaman already in Justice League.
Yep.
We've seen him in BVS,
Yep.
but this Aquaman trailer, it's kind of be like a new version of him. It's
Yeah.
because this is the first time we're gonna establish his world.
Yep.
Like literally, like we saw him in Justice League have to do that like bubble of air so he could talk to Mira.
Yep.
We don't even know if that's a thing anymore
Nope.
in the new Aquaman.
Because this one takes place after Justice League.
Right, but it's like it's a different director,
Yes.
which we've you know that is kind of building this character out from scratch. Like they got rid of the full body armor suit
Yep.
thing. There's lots of pictures of him just either shirtless, wearing pants, or some different version of the outfit. So I don't know, man. I'm on board for this just to see because I want to see how they make this character cool, quote unquote. Because in Justice League it was about him being like, I'm Surfer Bro, like
Yeah.
yo, you dress like a bat, I dig it.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. He was sort of Baron Corbin in an Aquaman suit. But
That's so bad. It's awesome.
in the new one, I feel like they've got to kind of make him his own thing if he's gonna lead a franchise.
I was gonna bring that up because I'm like, in Justice League, he was a part of the ensemble,
Right.
but
And
he
I liked
has
him.
to lead.
Yeah. I liked
And
him. It's not
different. He was good in just. I mean,
Yeah, I just didn't like his design,
yeah.
like the armor suit.
Do you
thing.
think the
It looked
designs
more
here
fun.
look better?
Yes, because if they gave us the Unite the Seven poster,
Oh, dude, that would have been.
version of
That's yeah.
Aquaman, I liked that. So
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
did
if
too.
they give us something more similar to that, then I'm good. I didn't like the he's covered full body. Like, why? You got Jason Momoa. This dude is shredded and huge. use that. Why is
Why would you
the
cover
coolest
it?
scene of Aquaman in that movie is him drinking on a dock while he gets
Yeah,
hit
and
with
that's
water?
the coolest Aquaman scene, and
Yeah,
he
and
wasn't
he
wearing no
wasn't wearing a
armor.
full dumb
No,
outfit or whatever, surfing on parademons or
give him
whatever.
his five-pronged trident, which is no longer a
Right.
trident at this point. But
Because the actual Trident version apparently is different. That's for the king.
ah,
I
oh,
he
okay,
said
so he's
that
not a
somewhere.
king. Okay,
Mm.
cool, cool, cool. But yeah, more photos now.
Yeah.
Venom.
Okay, so this one there's only a couple. The chair shot of him in the like electric
Yep,
like,
like his
chair.
like, interrogation chair.
Yeah, I think that's them like accidentally or forcefully giving him the symbiote.
Right.
I
Whoops.
assume I
Whoops.
assume to like shut him up or something because the whole
Yeah.
thing is like investigating that company and they're
Mm-hmm.
like, here, sit here, you have some alien.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
To shut you up, we're gonna inject you with
Yeah,
this
so since we're
foreign
talking
fluid.
about, we've talked a couple times like chatting just about what they're going to do about the symbol on his chest because they keep
Yes,
hiding it.
they
They
do.
hit it in the teaser. They never show him from the chest down.
Nope.
There's been a bunch of speculation on what it is. All the pictures are from the collarbone up, and you can see that there's like white
Yes, I
veins
was gonna say
coming
on
up
that
his
one
body.
where it shows the more Todd McFarlane-ish
Right.
Venom face. You
Mm-hmm.
see like these like thicker white veins,
Yeah.
but nothing of the actual chest.
Mm-hmm.
So will he have the symbol or no?
He, I feel like because they keep hiding it, there is something there.
Yeah.
They just aren't going to show us if it's the spider or if it's something they've created. If it's just a white V, I'm going to be annoyed by it.
I, I remember when you typed that out, I started laughing really hard
Right.
because I
This
just
big
imagine
white
like
V
that
or
is the
whatever.
dumbest and cheapest cop out. I'm Venom.
But,
I'm
but
the big V.
exactly. It's so stupid. But and I'm like, why is the alien like give a shit about typography? It's just a weird. It's a weird thing. But I keep saying like,
Uh,
obviously, it doesn't have to be a spider if there's no
no,
Spider-Man. But make it the same like silhouette basically, but make it more alien
yeah,
looking,
because
and
you were
then
saying
it's
like
fine.
you even brought up like if aliens can do the face hugger, which is
Right.
essentially a spider with a tail,
Right. Right.
you can
Just
get away with this.
make a creature up and put it on
Absolutely,
his chest that
a
is
face hugger is
vaguely
not a
spider-like.
spider.
And if it's anything like Venom's symbol normally is, it looks nothing like Spider-Man's logo. So
Exactly.
they don't have to say he saw Spider-Man first
Yep.
or whatever, yada yada. Especially because there's all these rumors now that that this has nothing to do with the MCU and that it was specifically not part of the agreement with Tom Holland's deal.
Mm-hmm.
So there could be a Spider-Man reference, but it won't. It probably wouldn't be the Spider-Man we know,
Right.
and that there's a bunch of rumors that this new Spider-Verse that they're making with Black Cat and all that stuff is going to be centering around Venom as the Spider-Man of that universe. So if that's the case, is super lame to me, and it's a shame too, mainly because of not being able. Okay, so this is my. We're gonna go into my gripe here
Let's do it.
with the MCU Spider-Man. Okay, so I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I think it's great. It's
Yep.
totally like Ultimate Spider-Man brought
Yep.
to life.
We have Spidey in it now. Sweet.
This new deal is kind of ruining everything because it's not going to ever let us have the Spider-Man that we know because they're giving us a series of Spider-Man movies, at least so far it's seeming, where the goal is don't do anything they've seen before.
Yep.
So Mary Jane can't be Mary Jane.
Yep.
Harry Osborn is
Not even
Genki
there.
instead. They're not doing the goblins. We're not going to see Venom in that movie. It's his own franchise now.
Not even
No
linked.
Spider-Man swinging through skyscrapers or any of that, never. Because the first one, he's got to be neighborhood Spider-Man. You see him swinging on boats and shit. And then in the next one, we're sending him on European vacation, so you won't see him skyscraper swinging in those movies either. It's just real bizarre. Like they're like, and he's gonna fight Mysterio in some version of the Sinister Six, but a version of the Sinister Six that is all the characters we've never seen. Is what it seems like. We're not gonna get.
We
like,
can get Craven though.
We can get Craven, but like against the Spider-Man they've given us, who can stop Winter Soldier's punch or whatever, and
Craven would have to be.
There's got to be something really cool about Craven for them to even need him if they've got some version of the Scorpion, which we're going to get, some version of Vulture, which we've seen, some version of Mysterio, which we've not seen.
Who else could they include that we have not seen? We can't get Rhino then.
We can't get Rhino, but I also don't know if Rhino would necessarily count, because he wasn't fully a villain, but he's also recent, so I don't know if we'll get him.
So no goblins. We know we can't get goblins.
I want there to be a Norman Osborn presence. I really do.
Yeah, it feels like it's not even Spidey without it. You know what I mean?
You're right, but I just don't know if it's gonna happen because they're so because the last franchise was so like Oscorp did everything,
which was their mistake again. Which was a silly mistake to begin with.
I feel like they gotta have like pushback from that.
So you think they're gun shy?
I think if we do see an Osborn, it won't be till the third Spider-Man
That would
movie.
make sense. That would make sense.
And I feel like I still don't know if it's even going to happen, to be honest with you, because I feel like they're going to give us a 3-movie franchise that's nothing we've seen before for
I'm okay with that.
Which I get and I like, but I like seeing Spider-Man swing around New York. Oh, I do.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
It's part of Spidey.
It's weird to me if the only movie that we've gotten to really see that, and even then we didn't, was Infinity War, because it's like a couple scenes where they're fighting the like Black Order people in the city. Right. That's kind of it. We don't see him like swinging past buildings and shit. It's always low key.
Is that the only time we'll basically see Spider-Man be fully Spider-Man is in Avengers movies?
I don't know. It's real bizarre,
It's kind of saddening.
Because so all the rumors with Homecoming 2 is there's supposed to be like an exchange student or foreign kind of young girl that he meets, which if it was a version of Black Cat, I think is dope. But they keep talking about this Black Cat Silver Sable movie, and if that's happening, that means Black Cat is not going to be in those Homecoming movies. And also now there's rumors about a Silk movie they want to do.
Why?
But Cindy Moon is in Homecoming. So if they're doing a Silk movie and it's not that Cindy Moon, then this other Spider-Man universe thing is its own separate shit, which they kind of make okay when they're doing a movie called Enter the Spider-Verse with Miles, where they go, there are several versions of Peter. I just hope if that's their goal, to be like there's several universes of Spider universes, I hope that they don't limit each other. I hope they don't slap Marvel's hand and say you can't use these guys because we want to do it over here, and vice versa.
Because that way it would limit everybody else. Like I don't know what the contract actually stated. So like
especially because I think Venom comes out October, right?
I think so. Oh, does it?
I think it's supposed to come out October this year.
Shit, already?
I think so. Let me look again just to be sure.
Dude. Where is Oh, wait, we already got a trailer of Venom, right? We're gonna get a new one, I think, this weekend.
Yeah, we got 2 so far. Because we got the first trailer that didn't show him at all. Then we got the second one where they show his face.
That's right. That's right. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know.
Like, are you pumped for Venom at all?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm not really, like, it's weird because we live in a time where we're getting a slew of comic book movies. Slew of them. Great ones too. Some, whatever, but some great ones. I should be excited by this.
Should be.
But it's kind of like, it's kind of slapped the taste out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, remember that one really cool Spider-Man character that not a lot of people like, but people do. I don't know, you liked him as a kid. Yeah, well, he's going to get a solo film, but The catch is no relation to Spider-Man at all.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It is very weird. I still don't fully understand how they let it happen. I feel like to some degree they were like, it's more important that we get Spider-Man to hang out with the Avengers for the fans than it is that you guys.
But see, to me, this is annoying because this is like companies' egos.
Yeah.
Getting in the way of telling a good story. And mind you, this could be a good story, but it feels like you're missing something still. Regardless of how good this movie is going to be, there's always going to be the underlying thought, oh, it's lacking something, or this could have been something more.
It's mainly that for me.
Yeah, well, to a lot of the people that are familiar with the franchise, familiar with Venom being part of that universe, they'll be saying that. To somebody that's completely, oblivious to that, they might just enjoy the film as such, and, awesome. If it's a good movie, of course, because it could still be garbage.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it's a good film because I do want to enjoy it. But even in saying that, there's still going to be that thought where I'm like, I enjoyed it, but that's such a missed opportunity still. Such a missed opportunity.
But I feel like that's kind of gonna happen either way.
Of course. But even in like the link that you can make, even it could even be, but even then I'd be dissatisfied. Where it's like, consider the Netflix Marvel like the underground Marvel, Marvel Underground, where they're in that world but kind of not. There's a disconnect still.
Yeah.
Venom could have been that still.
Well, I feel like it's gonna. I feel like it's kind of gonna be like the Netflix ones in that way.
But in a sense where they would still mention what had occurred.
I don't know. I feel like they will in the way that the Netflix ones do, where it's like the incident and the Hulk is the big green guy and shit like that.
And that's as okay as that is, it's also. It leaves that missing. It's always missing something. Do you know what I mean? Because like mentioning it is one thing, but even just being, you're not fully part of it.
Right.
You're always in the distance. You can never get too close, and that's why it's a shame. Because I'm like, you're right there. You're right there. Do you know what I mean? Especially with the Netflix ones. To me, that's awful. Like if they base this Venom one in like San Francisco or whatever.
Which I think it is.
Okay, the linking would be a little bit more difficult. But
it is
Ant-Man's
mainly
out there.
because Ant-Man is there.
Yeah. So they'd have to mention something about, remember that giant guy, whatever?
Right, and from what I understand, the Snapchat, it does not take place in Venom's movie.
Of course not, unless this is another time. They say, Venom takes place in the 90s. Whatever.
It totally doesn't. And if it did, would be just as annoying because that means for sure no Peter Parker because he'd be
he wouldn't be born
or some crap.
He wouldn't be born.
Yeah. So.
But like the Netflix ones to me is even that much more annoying because as much as I enjoy them, I'm like, you guys are in New York. You guys are in.
That's why it's literally its own universe to me. Like Netflix universe is.
You're in a pocket universe.
Yeah.
Like you're in a slightly alternate universe, basically. Like events occurred, but it stemmed off slightly, and that's where you guys are at.
So it feels like when I watch it. Like I really liked Luke Cage season 2.
I did too. We didn't even talk about it.
We didn't. Matter of fact,
We did it.
Maybe we'll have to do another.
Yeah, we'll do another
content. So we'll do another one.
We gotta catch up. That's the thing. But as soon as say the events of as soon as the Chitauri invaded, their own continuity split out, an alternate,
but sort of because
of course I was gonna say
mention the incident or whatever.
Right? Did they?
Yeah, they just call it the incident in Netflix.
That's what I mean.
Say it was an alien invasion.
That's what I mean. But that's what I mean. Like as soon as that moment happened, it split off into its own timeline, and that's why I'm like, you were so close. You're so close.
But at the same time, though, that invasion happens pre any of the Netflix series.
Yes.
because they're referring to the incident in the first Daredevil.
Yes.
So, but also, they've wrapped Daredevil season 3 already. That's got to be dropping sometime soon. I think they're gonna like
Is that
they
gonna
did
be
with
like
Luke
end of
Cage,
year
where
date?
it's like out of nowhere. Like, here you go, it's Halloween, Daredevil's out, Bullseye's in it.
Oh, how can they do this to us? I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's exciting, dude. Like Daredevil, like I'm glad that, because I remember before we started watching Luke Cage, we were both kind of, no pun intended, lukewarm on it. And yeah, and like I personally wasn't like, oh man, I'm so stoked for Luke
I'm with
Cage
you.
2. I just remember being like, I liked Luke Cage 1, but I'm mostly just excited for Daredevil.
Yes.
And then I ended up really liking Luke Cage 2. It ended on a note I wasn't expecting, or that I know I was super
very
into,
interesting.
but everything up until that point, I loved. I thought it was great. I loved Bushmaster.
Bushmaster is probably one of the best things about all the Netflix shows at this point.
Yeah,
he was
for sure,
great.
for sure.
He was great.
I just am really glad that that this season felt like it really kind of knocked the first one out of the water, as far as like,
and it
just
felt
do
like one
story.
season.
Exactly, just do one story. Don't break it
that
up
was my main beef about the first one. It felt like two separate things.
And as a result, I feel like it helped, because you know how everybody's like, Netflix should only do 10 episode seasons because 13 is too long. I felt like as a result of them narrowing down like the one through line, 13 didn't feel like too long. I was having a good time with it. So
I agree.
You know, and the only thing I'll say this now, even though it's part of our Luke Cage spoilers, Danny Rand wasn't in it enough, because when he is the episode that he is my favorite episode of the whole thing.
Isn't he great?
I just think they shouldn't even do a Luke Cage season 3. It should just be Luke Cage Iron Fist or Power Man Iron Fist series.
I do want another season of this version of Danny.
They did it already. They already filmed it.
Oh, did they?
So yeah, so that's happening for sure.
Great.
But I feel like no season 3 for either one. Season
combine
3 for them. Combine the shows.
Because I watched that. I was like, where did this come from? Like,
his character was so much different, and
very likable.
Them together was
perfect.
Just it was great. I loved it. So we'll talk about
we'll talk about that
again, because I really liked it.
Okay, we're done with Venom.
Next up,
so
How
TMNT.
long have we been on for just a
there's going to be a long episode. I don't care. Okay. We're going to be drawing artwork on this anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
So they'll be watching. TMNT live action movie, Royce. Excited?
I was.
Right. At first you were.
Because the first report that came out said
reboot.
It was another reboot. Yeah. So I was like, okay, they're getting the message. They're starting over. They're going to do it right this time.
In saying that, though, wouldn't you feel that would be like too soon of a reboot?
No.
Okay, cool.
Because we said this when they were coming out.
That's true.
Before the second one came out,
just
we're
make
like,
it you.
Oh, we hope they like retcon a bunch of that stuff. Just consider it like a soft reboot and go.
Like, just do a hard.
And then it ended up not doing that.
No, it wasn't. It's on Netflix.
So, yeah. So I wish the third one was gonna be a reboot instead, but apparently it's gonna be a third one in the Bay movie franchise. I really don't understand why. I don't want to see Will Arnett again in it.
Dude, he needs to be gone.
Yeah, they shouldn't even have Megan Fox in it.
I don't even know why Will Arnett. I
if
don't
she
like
is, she should be like minute at the beginning. Just send the turtles on an adventure by themselves.
Yes, please.
I want to see them really fight anything. I just know we're not gonna. It's gonna be like the third movie is all CG because they're in like Planet X or whatever, fighting Krangs or some crap.
Hey, and at least that way we might not have any of the humans.
No, they'll all be there. They'll be the only humans.
That means we have
Will Arnett and Megan Fox.
I hate Will Arnett so much in that movie.
Yeah, I was also not on the list. But I keep seeing trailers for Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see it.
Oh, that looks great.
I've never wanted to watch Teen Titans Go
It's
in
a
my entire being.
Teen
But
Titans is
Teen
actually a
Titans Go to
cartoon.
the
It's actually
movies
really fun.
looks fun.
Yeah, it looks like a
But
fun film.
it reminded me because they make some Deadpool jokes about Deathstroke.
Yeah.
They keep calling him Deadpool. He's like, I'm not Deadpool. They're like, we're pretty sure you're Deadpool. Say something rude. Which is funny, but Will Arnett plays Deathstroke in the movie. And I'm like, he's Batman in another kid's movie. Why would you make him Batman and Deathstroke?
Also, regarding this, there's so many other voices out there. Why would you cast the same dude as another thing? In the same essential freaking Bat family. Sure, he's Lego Batman. That's all he is. He's Lego Batman. This is not Lego movie.
Kids DC movie.
I know. I don't get it.
Bizarre choice.
I don't get it.
Because he's not doing a different voice. He sounds like Lego Batman.
Yeah, because he's Will Arnett. Because that's who he is. He's just Will Arnett.
It's real bizarre.
But, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, TMNT live action.
Oh yeah. So are you excited about it?
I don't care.
Another Bayformers.
Like I would have been excited if it was a reboot. Be like, oh cool, we could finally get something that would even be as good as the original movie. Right.
But knowing that it's not, you have no interest or yeah.
Will I watch it? Maybe not in the cinema. There's a lot of things I don't even watch in the cinema anymore.
Right.
Will I see it when it goes on like renting and whatnot? Maybe.
Yeah.
But that's TMNT. Zombieland sequels officially been announced.
Neat, I guess.
Yeah. Same cast, same directors are involved.
I guess that's cool. Is that cool?
I don't know. Will it take place? All right, the movie came out who knows how long? 5 years, let's say. Let's say 5 years.
A decade, probably.
Let's say a decade. If this film does not take place a decade after, then what's the point? It needs to take place. It can't be like right afterwards, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, came out in 2009, so it's literally a decade. Oh my
goodness! Ago. Yep, the film has to take place 10 years after then.
What was the little girl in that movie?
Little girl.
Because it's Emma Stone, and then there's a younger girl.
Yeah. Her little sister.
Who plays that little girl?
Little girl.
Abigail Breslin.
Okay, she needs to be in it, but she's an adult now, so clearly it has to take place 10 years later.
All right. They can't just be like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It takes place a year after. No, what happened? Or if they kill her off or something.
Yeah, she's still supposed to be in
well. Then it has to take place 10 years later. What's it look like? What's the world look like 10 years after? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious, but...
I enjoyed the first one.
I liked Zombieland. I really did. But I don't know if it's one of the ones where I feel like a decade later I needed a sequel to it.
Also, what's the deal with like sequels that take place like sequels that occur like way after?
Yeah, I don't know, because they were supposed to do this as a series.
They attempted it. I think they even
but the pilot didn't do well or something.
They filmed like a couple of them, but the pilot never picked up. So.
Yeah, so I don't know. It seems bizarre, but whatever. So that's happening.
Yeah.
Neill
Blomkamp. You remember that guy?
Yeah, the Elysium and,
District 9,
Chappie and all that.
Chappie. He's going to direct a Robocop Returns.
Right, but it's again, this is a sequel
to the first
old
one.
Robocop.
To the first one.
Not the new one with Joel Kinnaman.
No.
It's a sequel to the old 80s Robocop.
So let's pretend the sequel never happened.
I thought first and second one it counts as.
Really?
I thought it was just third and fourth they were saying didn't happen.
Oh, okay. Well, to me that's dumb.
Why? You didn't like Robocop 2?
I did. No. What I'm saying is like I'm tired of sequels in the future that take place and negate things that already happened.
Right. But Neill Blomkamp was supposed to be the one doing that with the aliens thing too.
Why? Like, Is their idea just like, oh, I'm not good enough to come up with something that'll just make sense with current,
Right.
that I have to pretend those other ones, which I didn't like, I'm going to pretend they never happened.
It is a bizarre thing.
And
But
it's like
they're doing
Superman
that with
Returns.
Terminator now?
Yeah, it is like, but Terminator is a whole time thingy, so they can do whatever the shit they want.
No, but the new one that's coming out with Tim Miller involved, from what I understand, that one is supposed to be a sequel to the second movie.
Yeah.
To Terminator 2.
Yeah. Why?
Which I don't think we talked about that either, but they showed pictures.
They
of
showed
Linda
photos.
Hamilton
Well, we're
as,
talking about it
old
now.
Lady Linda Hamilton. She's all
There's an
yoked up
old. We can't say old man. Old lady Linda. Old lady Linda. She looks like an old badass lady.
Up.
Huh? Yeah, she's
still all yoked up. So cool,
what this all right. This Neill Blomkamp Robocop Returns. It's called Robocop Returns right now. Takes place after the second one, according to you. That's fine. Why?
I wish I had an answer.
Is it all right? The reason why people are excited is like, oh, it's gonna be like Back to the Roots. It's gonna be R-rated, violent. Cool. All right. Cool.
But it's RoboCop Returns.
Yes.
So I'm sure it's gonna be oh, Jesus Christ. Do you think they're gonna get Peter Weller to do it?
They better not.
But it's a sequel to the other one.
He is super old.
I think RoboCop's gonna be RoboCop with an old face on it.
So he ages? Is that how it works?
My guess, without knowing anything about this,
let's speculate, because this is all speculate.
If they're doing it as a sequel to either 1 or 2, and saying that it's that same RoboCop, I feel like there's no way it's not going to be Peter Weller, first of all.
Sure.
And there's no way it's not going to be like RoboCop. His suit's all like rusted over, and he's an old machine in the world kept progressing and technology's all crazy, and now he's the old rust bucket RoboCop.
That's why it's RoboCop Returns.
Exactly.
I care less now. Because, all right, my biggest beef with all the old RoboCop films was he moves so fucking slow.
Right.
He is shit.
He literally was doing the robot.
Yeah, he was doing the robot, which is cool if you're dancing.
Yeah.
As a cop who should react quickly,
yeah,
you're garbage. You're useless.
Maybe that's gonna be the thing. It's like
cool.
An old garbage slow robot.
I really don't give a shit now.
Even with Blomkamp?
No.
You're not big on his stuff?
District 9 I like District 9. I liked Elysium. Chappie was fine.
I liked Chappie.
Visually, Chappie was great. I liked the world
mixed with RoboCop.
It was, and that's probably why it's like, I should just make RoboCop, right?
Right. No, he should have made Short Circuit.
He should have just made essentially just made Short Circuit. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of with you.
I don't care. And now, since it's not written here, but we'll talk about it anyways. Terminator. That one's done by what? Tim Miller.
Yeah.
Is James Cameron involved in that one?
He's producer on it.
He's producer. Do you know any? Oh wait, that's right. That's the one with the dude who played Ghost Rider.
Yes, he's the Terminator.
He's the Terminator. Random.
Yeah, it is random.
Random. How'd you go from? Is Schwarzenegger in this one?
They aren't saying what his role is, but I think he is involved. It would be hard to not have him be involved.
Right. How do you do a sequel to the second one to negate the third and fourth ones?
I wonder if it's gonna be a situation of like she's older and like Schwarzenegger's Terminator is older as well.
If they're at it, why don't they just?
Where he looks exactly the same, but she is older, what the deal is going to be.
Whereas,
still, to me,
what
kind
about
of a
John
bummer
Connor?
that they don't just bring back the original John Connor.
Yeah,
guy.
Edward
No
Furlong.
one looks like that guy. Yeah, no one looks like him or sounds like him. Just get him. Is he like all cracked out now or something?
I don't know. He doesn't look movie quality.
Last thing I saw him in was that really shitty Crow movie he did.
Oh, that was a very long time ago.
That had David Boreanaz as the villain.
Yeah, which was
Oh
weird.
no! Oh
Are you
no!
looking at photos of him?
Yeah.
Did you type in his name in 2018?
I just typed in Edward Furlong.
But we don't know how old these photos are.
I don't know,
He's a
but they're
very
not
large fella.
great. But like, not even like he's just a fat dude now, because you can lose that. But it's like a
He looks beat up.
fortunate kind of dumpy situation.
There's like a comparison photo of him as a kid and him now. I'm like, what happened, bro?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Look at the pictures of Macaulay Culkin as a kid.
Although he's actually back.
He looks better, like he
Yeah.
looks healthier, but he still is weird looking
Oh,
compared to
yeah.
what he was as a kid. He was like the cutest kid in the world. What happened?
Who would you cast as a new version of John Connor then? Get
I
another
don't know,
child
man,
actor
'cause
from back in the day?
you know who I get? Um, Norman Reedus.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
Because to me, he looks kind of
Yes,
like
I believe it.
an older version of that T2
Yep.
kid.
Absolutely.
And he kind of looks like what that version of a kid would turn into.
If he grew up to be a bad.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Get
So
him.
I say get Norman Reedus.
That's perfect. He should be cast. He should have been cast already.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're gonna get a guy, if you're gonna get John Connor to fight the new Terminator,
Right.
get bloody.
Yeah, do him. Get him to do it. I'm gonna do it.
But that's not happening. But
We don't
movie's
know
happening.
who's playing John Connor in that movie.
I don't even know if John Connor's gonna be in this movie.
You don't think so? When is that movie even supposed to be coming?
What's it called? Just Terminator?
I don't know.
Terminator 2019. Terminator 6. Doesn't even have a name yet. It's just Untitled Terminator.
Yeah, Untitled Terminator. Weird. I don't see.
Nope. Oh, it's Jude Colley as John Connor. Who's Jude Colley?
I don't even see that. He's not listed on IMDb as that.
Oh, he's a little kid.
What?
Yeah, John Connor's a little kid.
Sure.
Yeah. Did they go back in time?
But they can't have fully because it's got old lady Hamill.
Dude, it's a time travel movie.
For sure. Maybe she like goes back herself to save him.
Wow, alright.
That's weird and interesting.
Sure. Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, kind of at this point. Like, just put it out. We'll see what happens.
It's written by David S. Goya.
Hit or miss with that guy.
He's only doing screenplay.
Still,
Yeah, very hit and miss.
you know, he was screenplay on a couple of shit baths. Anyway, what else do we have? Is that it?
No, there's two more. Dragon Ball Super movie, end of year.
Right.
They revealed who the villain was. They showed the trailer before. They showed us like a lot of these like editing cut shots where you see like the eye glowing and stuff, and people were like, "Ooh, I wonder who this is, a new villain and such." Recently, they announced that it was Broly.
Mm-hmm.
New update. It's a new version of him. So it's not like any of the Brolys from the previous films because all those old movies were not canon.
Right.
This film is canon with the Super timeline, which takes place after Dragon Ball Z. And yeah, it's Broly, and they show his regular form and his Super Saiyan form. Looks interesting. I quite like it.
Did you like the updated design?
I quite like it. He looks like a. I don't really understand the fur skirt thing.
Right.
You know,
like the caveman pelt thing.
Yeah, it looks almost like what we used to do in high school, where we'd like tie our pullovers around the waist as little kids. But it's interesting. He looks like a barbarian. You know, he looks like a full-on warrior.
Part of it?
What's up?
What do you think of his version of the Saiyan armor part of it. It's like green and black.
I think it's interesting. The purple pants is a little bizarre. It's like it's I don't know what the story is, what his storyline is, but because he's got the Saiyan armor, it's almost like he. I don't know if he's like a legendary Saiyan like he was originally. Maybe he was like a lost warrior or something.
Right.
That just, you know.
Do you know if any of the old stuff is canon, or are they completely redoing?
All the old movies have never been canon.
But I mean, as far as his backstory, like him like pissing Goku off as a baby.
That's the thing. That could still
that
be, that could be introduced into this timeline as a proper
no
canon.
Confirmation on
No confirmation. So far, there's nothing. There's no confirmation at all about any of the story other than this movie is about Broly.
When/if they put out a figure for this,
will they pick it up? Probably.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Would you prefer the version of him with the black hair, or do you want the buffed up?
See, that's the thing. I think the black hair looks cool.
With
the buff one looks
armor?
cool too. But the problem was, I mean, they never put out a version of the original, of the movie versions, original movie versions of Broly, with the black hair.
What was the one that they gave out? Oh,
the Super Saiyan form, the super bulky one. Yeah.
But they put out a statue of him.
There's already a statue of these ones.
So I'm guessing that version of him will be more prominent than
the super jacked version. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Not more prominent than the jacked version, but more prominent than the black hair version of Broly was in the old movies, because he barely did anything.
Right? Yeah. He was barely as the black hair. He was more Super Saiyan form. So that could play a part to it. But I don't know. I think the design looks
thing
cool.
is bizarre, especially because it's like a neon green fur pelt.
I mean, it's an alien creature that he killed, most likely.
For sure. But I am curious if they'll show what it was.
Unless it was like the fur of like an ape form that he killed as well.
Still neon green is bizarre. At least because in the picture of the picture of him as the Super Saiyan one, it was hard to tell if it was actually that green color or not, or if it was like a lighting thing. Because his hair
it's green.
Kind of green as well.
Yeah, but when you see his black hair, it's green.
Yeah, but then you see the statue and you're like, yeah, that shit's like neon green, whatever.
Purple pants, green. His armor is interesting.
Neon green on the armor and on the boots as well.
And like on the statues, he's fighting the Super Saiyan God blue versions of both.
Oh, I didn't even notice that there was a Super Saiyan God one up there in the corner with the blue hair. Is that Vegeta that he's like about to grab in the statue?
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's facing off of both.
A fireball or whatever it's gonna be.
He's about to face off of both Vegeta and Goku.
Maybe this is a super cropped version of that photo then, because
I'm gonna send you a link right now of more images of the statues.
Okay.
Because they look pretty neat. I don't know. I'm not a statue guy. If I was, I'd probably have these.
Are these already out? Or these
these are coming out.
Okay.
You can see them there. The statue that's like...
Oh, that's weird. That's bizarre.
They sculpt.
When is this movie supposed to come
out? End of year.
End of year, like December?
I think so. Yeah.
Huh. It's weird too, because on the statue of Goku, like his shirt kind of actually looks like clothy.
Right, it's like a matte texture.
Right,
I've seen these.
It's fully sculpted because you can see the tails and stuff. But
I like that matte texture that they apply now.
I feel like it works really well on his gear, not so much on Brawly's like fur. Thing.
It doesn't work at all on the fur. It looks like cotton candy.
Right, it looks like a weird thing. Situation.
But on the gi of Goku, it looks great.
Huh.
But
how long till you the statue of Goku, which holding the staff,
looks great.
Yeah, I really like that. I
Yeah,
don't even want fuck with statues
I don't
really.
either. I saw. I was like, that looks great.
I like that his hair is kind of blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Because
it
it's
looks
blowing
dope.
in the wind, and he's got his stick back.
Yeah, dude. I think that's the Goku I liked from like World's Strongest
Yep.
era Goku.
Yeah.
That looks dope. I kind of like that statue.
Yeah. It's pretty rad.
I wonder how big it is.
I don't know. These I don't know. These statues are always bizarre.
Piccolo, the one with the old school Goku and Piccolo is
Yeah,
kind of
looks
cool too.
great, right? Look how much movement those are.
Hmm.
So good. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not a statue guy though. I'd be screwed.
Seriously, man.
They put out way more. I'm looking at the One Piece ones as well. I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
nope. But back to the Dragon Ball Super movie. It's Broly. Looks great. I'm okay with it.
What?
I
What
like the
else?
design. Last thing we got to talk about is
I wonder on that Brawly though, if that's as buff as he's gonna get, or is he's gonna fully Brawly
if he's
out?
gonna Broly out. I don't know.
Yeah. Because if he doesn't, I feel like that's kind of lame. Goku's got that buff. Like Brawly's supposed to be ginormous.
Yeah, I don't know. And plus, like, you didn't watch Super, right?
I watched some of it. Well,
Okay,
I didn't finish it officially to see how they ended it.
because
But
in
I
the
heard it was.
Universal tournament there was those alternate worlds,
Uh-huh.
alternate universes, I guess.
Mhm.
And in one of them there was like another Saiyan race, and there was like a female type Broly.
A female Brawly.
Ish. Her name wasn't Broly, but she was basically like a female Broly.
Really? I don't even know if I've seen that.
It's pretty cool, pretty cool. But now it's like now we're getting the real Broly, I guess. So it's interesting. But yeah,
What else
last
is up?
topic is the Joaquin Phoenix is going to play Joker in a standalone film. It's happening.
Right now it's official, but it's like
Standalone.
maybe yeah, it's its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I doesn't necessarily mean it's a one-off, but
This is
it is its
also,
own thing.
I haven't written it down here, but I just read, I think it was like yesterday.
Mhm.
On top of that, they still are going to do
The Leto one.
the Leto one. And,
Yeah, I also heard that.
and Harley Quinn and the Gotham Sirens is still going to happen.
Oh, right. But yeah, I don't know. That seems so bizarre,
Over.
dude. Yeah, it's so bizarre,
It's overkill.
especially because I assume if they're doing the Gotham Sirens thing,
Yeah.
that means Leto is not the villain for that, which is a mistake,
Yep.
and and it means that Leto doing a movie separately, that there's going to be two Joker movies where Batman is not in either one of them. What the fuck is the point of
Or
that?
it's going to be different Batmans.
Right, because it won't be Affleck
Yeah.
Batman. If okay, so if Affleck is leaving, it's
Yes.
not going to be Affleck Batman in Leto's movie, and
No.
it's not going to be Affleck Batman in Joaquin Phoenix's
No.
movie, especially because that one's an '80s like a noir
Yeah.
Scorsese character piece.
Which is
So maybe we'll get some hint at an existence of Batman, but it's not going to be the like. I don't think it's going to be the he goes to try and rob a bank with the red thing on his head and
Red
gets
Hood.
pushed into
Old
a
school Red Hood.
forge.
No, no. I don't know.
It's going to be some like
It's
he
own.
goes crazy in his own mind.
Sure.
And, you know, it's not going to be the Joker that we're familiar with,
No.
and neither was the Leto one. So it's just
No.
like it seems like such a. It's kind of like my Spider-Man complaint of like, okay, cool. It's cool that we're getting Joker movies.
Yes.
But why can't it be the Joker from the like? It's just a real bizarre thing that nobody goes like, yeah, we're doing two Joker movies. Neither of them are going to be the Joker that anybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Like, look at how cool we are. We're thinking outside the box.
We
with
think
our
we're doing
Joker.
more films with the characters that you like, right, guys?
It's real bizarre that people are like, they don't trust the IP. Like, let's make Ninja Turtles, but let's make them different because nobody wants to see the Ninja Turtles. Then why are you making the movie?
We like the name.
Right, exactly.
We like that
We
you
can sell
know
the name.
who
Let's
they
change it.
are. But we
It's
want
so-
to change that
Yeah.
because we don't feel that the things that you are familiar with will do well enough for the greater audience.
I hate it. I hate it so bad.
But we like the name. Joker, it's a great name. Yeah. It's a great idea.
So annoying. Anyway, that was the last thing on our list.
Yes,
oh yeah, because we're saving Ant-Man for a separate video. So yeah, we made it through it. The Joaquim Phoenix Joker movie's happening. Still no clue. He did it. I don't know if you saw Joaquin Phoenix did an interview where he actually talked about the movie for the first time.
No, I didn't. What was the interview like? Was it good?
He said that he's really excited to do it, and
it's scary. Was it? Is that what he said? He was scared.
Yeah, it's scary because it's very daunting.
Okay.
Because one, the character's kind of, he said, been done, and it's been done by people in a way where there's iconic versions of him. So he said when he went in, his kind of whole pitch was, why doesn't somebody do a movie for one of these characters that's low budget and a character piece? And I think that's why apparently things didn't work out with Doctor Strange, is he wanted to do
a low-key
that movie as a character piece where he wasn't beholden to show up to do Avengers movies. He wants to just do Doctor Strange. Let's make the best Doctor Strange movie character piece thing we can do.
Right.
And just have it a one-off, whereas in the MCU, they're not really interested in one-offs, which is why we never got like a Runaways movie or any of that stuff. Those stuff get pushed to series instead. Because if they don't fit in the Avengers kind of narrative, then
it won't work
elsewhere.
Right.
Which sucks, but I understand.
I get it.
When you have a plan, you got to stick to that plan. Or
I get it. Yeah. I mean, it's a formula that works, and it's telling a greater story.
Right. Yeah. So it sucks, but I'm curious to see what happens with these Joker things. It just is super not what I want.
No.
It's weird to me that we're building more Batman universe without Batman, just like the Spider-Man thing.
Is the strongest because everyone loves the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, it's just it's weird to build these universes without the main character of the universes, just because we need universes, Jeffrey.
Let's do
where the money comes from.
Let's do a Norman Osborn movie. Just call it Osborn. No Spider-Man, just Osborn.
I don't know if you remember before this MCU.
Yeah, Aunt May.
Spider-Man thing. They were talking about doing an Aunt May movie where she's like a spy or something, and I'm like, come on, man. What is happening?
Do they not get anything?
Yeah, it's just I don't get it. But anywho, so yeah, we're gonna be talking about Ant-Man here soon.
Yep.
So you'll get this episode
and some Luke Cage too.
And some Luke Cage. So you'll have a few coming up here. We should stagger these ones, week to week rather than posting them back to back. Like
no. I wasn't gonna post because we can't post this one straight away. We still got to actually do the artwork
right, we have
for
to
this.
Do the artwork.
Yeah, so this will be up by end of week, maybe Thursday.
Yeah. So yeah. That's
the other ones will be video though.
But you'll have a few more on the way as well.
Sure, absolutely. And then we'll have the another news thing after San Diego Comic-Con, because I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of stuff from Comic-Con.
Yeah, I feel like the next few weeks there's going to be a lot more.
We'll have some stuff for sure.
So, till the next one, guys.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us on this one. I know it's been a while, but we hope to see you on the next one as well.
Yep. And, apologies for the length of the episode too. But whatever.
I don't. I feel pretty good about it. How long is this, by the way?
It's like an hour 20.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
We've done that before.
Plus, I mean, they're watching artwork. It's fine.
Exactly. So until the next one, guys, stay chipper, chaps.
Stay chipper.